Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So hopefully the mic quality is better because I not only did I get a pop filter, but I turned the volume down a little bit because I think it was peaking too much, and it sounded like I was just ear raping you guys. Wait, no, I don't want to say that word. Just like, anyways, moving on. So what I'm talking about today? Well, I'm talking about Cold War, as you can see for the gameplay. Uh, because it came out, the alpha at least came out free for PS4 players, PlayStation players. It was from the 18 to the 20 right now. I haven't had like a good chance to play because I've been doing some other stuff, but I have been playing maybe like an hour here or there. But I haven't been like extensively playing it so much. So, but here's my thoughts of a point of view of somebody that doesn't play COD too much. Like a regular normal guy. So coming into it, it's really similar to Modern Warfare. Like the main menu is similar to Modern Warfare. Like the gunsmith is similar to Modern Warfare. It's pretty much what we already know. Like from Modern Warfare is really similar. A lot of people are not gonna be like super overwhelmed by the new stuff. Uh, but the perks are different. Some of the perks are the perks are the same, but they're placed in different categories. So instead of having scavenger on the first slot, you have scavenger on the second slot. And instead of having something like spotter on the third slot, you have a spotter on the first slot. So that's how perks work now, and you can have the same perks from the same category. Like they say, there's three perks that you really like from the same category. You can have all of those. You can equip all of those instead of having to equip one from every category. So that's pretty new. The wild cards are back, which so you can like equip up to I think 10 equipment on your gun, which is can make some interesting builds. I don't know if it's gonna be super practical. And then you got stuff where like you can equip more tacticals, more grenades for your wild cards. You can equip other stuff. But here's the good stuff. I think even though it's the alpha, everything is quick. Like I'm looking at the guns, and they come out quick. You know, like when I'm in Modern Warfare, I'm like trying to look at my gunsmith gun, and it's taking forever, the loading and the loading. Even while I'm searching for games in the alpha of the Cold War, the weapons pop out instantly, dude. Like, and the gunsmith pop out instantly. So that's pretty cool. Here's the thing they changed. So shotguns are secondaries now. They're not primaries anymore. So you're gonna see a lot of people running with maybe like a sniper and a shotgun, right? I don't know how it's gonna be like. I mean, I don't know if I haven't run into shotguns that much. I haven't really used them either. Uh, but they seem to be well balanced, I guess. And like my first impressions were that I mean it's fun, dude. Like it's something new. I'm trying out these weapons. Like I'm sitting here on my connection's not the best. Sometimes I lag, but I lag every once in a while where like I maybe uh, teleport back to a position I was in before. But in Modern Warfare, like the lag is just ridiculous. In Modern Warfare, I'm like skipping all over the map. 1 second I'm like all the way back in the map. The next I'm all the way across the map outside of it. It's just ridiculous. And this is the alpha, dude. Like it's not even polished, and even my lag, my back connection, it's not that frustrating, you know. Uh, and that's a good thing. That's a good sign. If it keeps going that way, it's a good sign. I just like how. snappy things are now. You know, it's like quick stuff. Um, you can change your class right away. It's just good. All right. It feels nice. Though it kind of feels like a little bit off because coming from Modern Warfare, it's a new game. You know, it feels a bit clunky, but that's because it's new. So moving on to my bad things that I think are gonna happen here. So I haven't played that much. I played maybe like I want to say 10 games, 10 multiplayer games, and then like a few Groundwater games. And here's my problem, right? My problem right now is that people are playing like it's warfare. Okay, so the jumping around the corners is still there, and I hate it just as much as before. Drop shotting is pretty much gone because what happens when you drop shot, it stops aiming down the sights right away. So if you crouch, you can still aim, but as soon as you prone, your character stops aiming down the sights. So drop shot is pretty much gone, I believe. It can still happen because the hip fire, but it's not gonna be as accurate anymore. And then here's one thing that probably not a lot of people thought was gonna happen. Since everything is instant, like the jumping and all that, the sliding is instant, dude. You can go into a slide like quickly. You can end the slide and then go to another slide instantly without stopping. And this is gonna be a. I can see this being a problem. Like I use slides to go into a room to get a camper out, flush out a camper. But playing the alpha here, it seems like sliding is a tactic now. Like sliding away from an enemy and like traversing the map while sliding. Yeah, I can see a big problem here. Since this is the alpha, there's some really like bad hit markers, like hit detections. Sometimes a sniper gets a kill cam, right, and then like it's not even close to you, but it still hits you, which is weird. The sniping in this game is off a bit. Like the the hit markers and the hit boxes for sniping are a bit off, but it's the alpha that can be fixed. It's no problem. And sniping is an acquired taste. I try to do it sometimes and I'm really good, but sometimes I do it and I can't even get a kill. So they fixed a few things here, mainly the lag. I'm not lagging as much as I am in Modern Warfare, and it's just the alpha. They fixed the kill cam, dude. It's so much better now. It's not choppy, and then the final kill cam or the best play is so much better too. Cause before, like in Modern Warfare, the best play would be like they get one kill, and all of a sudden it stops, right? You don't see anything on the screen. And you're like, well, then how is that the best play? You know. But here I've gotten a few kill cams, best plays, and I've seen a few where it's like the guy gets like 4 kills, and it's like flush. It doesn't glitch out or anything. And I'm glad they fixed that because it shows some good plays. But here's the problem with that now too, because the best play goes with the amount of people that you killed consecutively. So you can kill 2 guys that were AFK, or 3 guys that were AFK, and it's gonna count as the best play because you killed a lot of players, but even though they weren't moving. So I can see just kind of a little bit of a problem there. But other than that, the kill comes much better. Here's the thing with the maps. There's a lot of like, they're so much better, dude. There is no like long hallways where you're gonna get like killed a lot every time you walk in there. There's a lot of flank routes. So many ways that you can get around the map now. But people, like I said, people still play like it's Modern Warfare. So I had a lot of instances with the enemy team or my team where they just stand in one side of the map and they don't move. They wait for the enemy to come to them, and then. But I mean that can be fixed. That'll probably change over time, or maybe it should stay. I don't know. It just all depends on the people. And then let's talk about spawn points, man. They're so much better now. And this alpha, you're spawning in everywhere. You spawn everywhere. Not a single time was I like, man, why am I keep spawning in like at the same exact spot 3 times in a row? Nah, man. Every single time I spawn, I was spawning in on a new place, and that keeps it fresh, dude. Like I love it. Okay, it's a welcome change to spawn points. It's about time, dude. Cause like in what was it in Modern Warfare, you tend to be spawn trapped a lot, and the game just refuses to spawn you somewhere else, even though there's like 2 or 3 enemies on your spawn point. And in this game, it seems like it fixed. You keep spawning different places. You don't spawn in every single time on the same spot, so that's pretty good. And then let me talk about the equipment. So there's equipment out there now that's kind of like a counter UAV in like a small area. There's then a SAM turret which makes like equipment kill streaks not last that long. Before you could just like keep shoot if the whole team shot it in Modern Warfare, eventually it will go down. But now you can place a SAM turret and shoot it with a rocket, and it's gonna go down really really fast. That's a welcome change. And then you have, but here's one thing that I don't like, and I don't know why they added it. I forgot what it was called, but it's like a microphone, like a little radar thing that you put on the ground, and it increases the range of like footsteps that you can hear. So it makes footsteps louder if the enemy is near that range, and I can see that going like super wrong, man. Like a bunch of campers doing that. I saw a few instances where people were doing that, and it was like, how they kill me? And then I remembered, oh, there's this thing where they can hear me louder if I'm inside of it, and I'm like, oh. But there's a perk that that's called Ninja, I believe, where it pretty much negates that. So it's okay, What am I saying? Anyways, so moving on. In terms of gameplay, they took off the mounting, which is a welcome change. There's not gonna be a lot of like perspective things where like, how did he kill me? I didn't even see him. Oh, he was mounted, and all I could see was like his foot, but he could see all of me, right? So mounting is gone. Thank God. I hated that mechanic. And and everything else is pretty much the same, right? Okay, I'm just rambling on. Let's move on. So, when it comes to Groundwater, it's called something else this time, but it's pretty much Groundwater. There's a few welcome changes here since like, what is it? Since vehicles can be destroyed so easily now, vehicles aren't really a problem anymore. The maps are more open now. At least two that I played. There's one where it's like what is it? Like a bunch of naval ships, and that's on the water. The flags are on ships, and it's pretty cool. The only way to traverse these areas is by like zip lining or by using a boat. And it's a nice map, but there's like a lot of like levels to it, you know. And here's the thing that they changed from Modern Warfare Ground War to Cold War Ground War. It's the fact that you can't spawn in on your squad. Like, you don't have a squad anymore, so you can't spawn in on people. And also, what else? You spawn in randomly, and here's the thing that I like that they changed. Call of Duty is about like fast paced gameplay. The thing I hated about Groundwater was the fact that you had to wait to spawn in. Like, this ain't Battlefield, dude. This is Call of Duty. Let me spawn in right now. You know, and they changed that. You spawn in instantly now, but you spawn in randomly. You don't choose where you spawn in anymore. So the way you spawn in is either you spawn in on your spawn if all the flags are taken, or you spawn in close to one of the flags that you guys have, which is pretty nice. I mean, I can see a few problems there, but so far, every single time I play the ground war thing, I don't get spawn trapped. It seems pretty even. A lot of flank routes, like I said, so that's pretty good. Uh, but in conclusion, man, let's just wrap things up here. It's gonna be fun, but here's the thing: people are gonna find exploits to this game, and they're gonna be, like I said, I think the sliding is gonna be a big problem, and the whole thing of jumping with bunny jumping, as I called it, I hate that still, and it's still a thing here. But other than that, dude, it seems fun. Like the few guns that we got to play with, they were good. Like, some excelled in some areas more than the others. For example, the M16 was so good in ground war because of the long range and low recoil. While something like the submachine guns weren't that great in ground war. And then sniping, again, an acquired taste. I can't really comment about it. I need to play with it more. But yeah, oh yeah. So I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then I'm gonna give you my final thoughts. Cause right now, where I'm talking right now, I haven't played that much. There's still one more day left, and I'm gonna play at least one or two, maybe 5 games, depending how long they last. And then I'll come back and I'll give you my final opinion. Hello, everybody. So it's after the alpha, and I got a little surprise for you guys. I had one of my best friends come in, and we talked about Call of Duty a little bit. But this video is going on for quite a bit, so it's like 18 minutes long. So it's gonna be a part 2 to this, and part 2 is gonna be me and my friend just talking about the game. Yeah, and I'll see you guys there. Later.